Hello, friends. Just waiting for Facebook to catch up here. I do believe, oh, there I go. I can go live on Facebook. Yay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. It is Thursday, August the 8th, and it is time for a fun fold. If this was Friday, I would call it Fun Fold Friday, but it's not Friday, it's Thursday, but I can still call it Fun Fold Day. Oh, no. Sorry, I am just getting my screen set up here. Hello. Howdy, Connie. Okay. Good to go. Give me a thumbs up. You can hear me. Everything is copacetic. I think I should have changed my shirt because it's too wide for me. Oops. Oh, well. So tonight I have a fun fold that I am calling a double spanner card. And I don't know if I've seen it somewhere or if this is a GMO, which stands for Glenda Mollet Original. It could just be that I created something. Oh, good. Connie says everything is running and they can hear me. You can see me. Perfect. So this is the last week of my staycation, and I don't know whether I'm ready for it to end or not. I've been having a lot of fun in my craft room. And tomorrow, my stuff from the new catalog arrives. So I might just go live tomorrow night and show you my box full of goodies if they arrive in time. So stay tuned to my VIP group because that's where it will happen. Tomorrow night, which is Friday, August the 9th, somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock Pacific time. Okay, so let me flip you around and I will show you. Oh, I don't like it when my camera is crooked. You know, when you're watching a video, somebody stamping online and their camera is like this, it drives me insane. So there we go. And I just push it a little bit that way. Sorry, I usually have this all set up before I go live. Hi, Norma. Yay, Norma. Hey, Norma. Oh, Norma had an adventure. Was that yesterday, Norma? We have some big firefighting planes that are called the Martin Mars bombers, and they are retired. They've been retired for probably 8-ish years. Hi, Lena. And they are leaving. They've been in our valley for 55 years, and they're leaving our valley, the Alberni Valley on Vancouver Island, and they're going to the Aviation Museum in Victoria, BC, at the bottom of Vancouver Island. And they leave, it's either Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember which one. And recently, they gave people the opportunity to go on a ride in the Mars bomber. Now, they didn't take off, they stayed on the water. So they're a belly loading, one is belly loading, one is side loading, and they load water from large bodies of water, and then they used to dump it on fires, but they're not economical. It's not feasible for them to do anymore. So they've been retired. And Norma, that Norma, was on a ride yesterday. I get goosebumps just thinking of it for you, Norma. Oh, they're leaving Sunday? Okay. So if you live on the east coast of Vancouver Island, they are going down. They're not telling us what time. I don't know. It's like safety reasons or national security or something, whatever. But they're leaving Vancouver or Port Alberni. They're going to the other side of the island, and then they're supposed to be going up around Comox, Courtney area for a tour, and then they're going to fly down to Victoria. And the snowbirds, the Canadian snowbirds, are joining them in Ladysmith-ish, Duncan, Ladysmith area, and they're going to fly with them for a little bit of time. So it's going to be quite the spectacular. So if you live on Vancouver Island, look for that on Sunday at some point. I can't tell you when. But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. So I'm calling this one a double spanner card. I love making spanner cards, and you know how, let me get out the kit. So when I've made a few spanner cards over the years, and you take a regular card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, and you score it in half. Then, oh right, Holly, thanks. Holly said only the red Mars is going to the Aviation Museum. The black one is going to the States to one of their museums. Sorry, I was I was just so sad that they're leaving. But anyways, then you take and you cut up at some point. I usually do a 1-inch slice. You cut up 1 inch up to that fold so that your front is 3 pieces. And then you put something on there. You put something on these ones as a spanner, and that opens up like this. And then you have this piece that opens. So that's, hi, Dimity. So that's the normal spanner card. So tonight I'm making a double spanner card. Now, if you're out there, let me know if you've seen this somewhere else, because I honestly can't remember if I've seen it somewhere or I just created it in my own mind. I know, shut up and show the card, right? So I love making white cards, and I love making white cards with pops of color. So this one has a little tiny bit of petal pink in here, and then some silver and lots of layers of white. So this is the first, wait, this is the first spanner part. So remember, on my base, there was this part. So the first one is layered onto this part. And then I layered another one on to these. So instead of this typical spanner card that opens like this, mine is opening that way first and then this way. Hi, Joan. Nadine's never seen it. Oh, Nadine, we missed you on Monday, and I did the card challenge you sent me. So remind me before we go. I got it out so I can show you in case you showed up tonight. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I showed Nadine the card. So this is the card we're going to make tonight. So does anybody ever Nadine says she doesn't remember seeing this. And then there's the inside. So I kept it to a monochromatic theme, and there's the envelope. So we're going to do some embossing. We're going to do some stamping. And this stamp here says, "You absolutely made my day." So I'm going to show you how you can omit the word absolutely and just have "you made my day." So you're going to get a fun fold and a technique all in the same card. Thanks, Lena. So I visited Lena today. We went to Courtney to go to Costco. I had a little date with hubby today. And we stopped and dropped some stuff off for Lena. It was actually the order that she placed that put me over the top to earn Orlando trip, but that's a whole other story. And she gave me some Lazy Man's cabbage rolls. So I will have them for dinner tomorrow night, Lena. I didn't have them tonight because we were late getting back and didn't have time to cook anything. So we had prawns from Costco. I know. Those prawns have you ever been to Costco and you go into the deli section where they have like all the pre-made food, and they have trays of prawns it's just prawns, and then they have a little bit of red tartar sauce in the middle. I guess it's not tartar sauce, it's seafood sauce. If you like prawns, oh my God, get those. They are spectacularly delicious. Okay, off of food. Petal Pink, Smoky Slate, and Basic Gray. I have Wink of Stella. I'm using the Seaside Wishes Bundle. Now, this is a hybrid bundle, remember. Stamp set. embossing folder and dies. And what makes it hybrid is the die, this big die fits inside the embossing folder so you can die cut and emboss at the same time. So if we open up the second one, there's the embossing. That's just straight embossing. And on the front, we have stamped, die cut, and embossed all at the same time. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, so we're using that. And then I also have the dotted circles embossing folder out, and that's going to go on the front layer. There's lots of layers of cardstock on this one. It's probably going to cost you a little bit extra in weight to mail it. And I'm going to finish it off with some flat adhesive backed pearls. Oh, these things are fun. And if you register for my Seaside Wishes class, you get a whole package of these in your class kit. You do. Okay, I didn't get my recipe out. I posted the recipe. So, funny story. Last night, I got everything out. I was all ready to go live at 7, and I'm usually done in my craft room by 5 because we have dinner shortly after that. And then Janet dropped in to pick some stuff up, and I told her how I was all ready to go live tonight. And she looked at me and she said, "But today's Wednesday, not Thursday." Oh my goodness. I completely had no idea what day of the week it was. So I almost was live last night, and I can just hear you guys going, "What are you doing? It's not even Thursday." Okay, card base, 8.5 by 5.5 cut, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. And then you cut at 1 inch on both sides. So you take your paper trimmer. Let me get my trimmer and I'll show you how you do this. You take your paper trimmer, you put your card base in your paper trimmer, line this side up at the 1 inch mark, put this down, and I'm not going to cut it because I've already cut it. And you cut from here up to there. And then you move this over, line this side up at 1 inch, and cut from there to there. And that gives you your spanner wings. And then I have 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. 3 pieces. I only have 2. Why do I only have 2? Oh, I know, because that's not the right ones. 5 1/4 by 4, 1, 2, 3. And then I have 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 times 2 of them. And I threw in an extra one in case I need it for stuff. And so on the front, we have 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. The 5 1/4 by 4 is embossed. And then if you open on the inside, we have 5 1/4 by 4 is just embossed, and that's the one that's on the spanner arms. And then there's 5 1/4 by 4 on the inside. Okay. So the other 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 is to do this part. And then I have a whole bunch of pieces of silver foil and an envelope. Okay, that's extra. Okay, so you guys ready to see how this works? I'm going to make sure I get the right things in the right place. So this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and it's going to layer on the front, and we're going to attach it just to the centerpiece. So I'm going to fold those wings back, and this is going to go just on there. There's no embossing or anything on that. And then I have 5 1/4 by 4 piece that's going to layer onto here, and we're going to emboss that with dotted circles embossing folder. You guys are awfully quiet out there tonight. Are you sleeping? What's going on? You guys are funny. Did anybody have any interesting thing happening today? I'm just kind of centering this, and then I'm going to run it through my machine. And we will emboss it. Oh, you think I need a new cutting plate? I think I've got a little bit of a curve happening in there. Okay. Oh, Nadine is just watching, sitting back, relaxing. How's the weather down there, Nadine? Is it hot? Oops, I just about dropped my plate on the floor. Don't do that. Okay, so we have one. There we go. That's embossed. I'm done with that embossing. Put that over there. Now, while I'm embossing, I'm going to take another 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece. Yep. And I'm going to run it through with Seaside Wishes embossing folder. And this one, I'm just going to pay attention to make sure I get centered here and here and centered here and there, just because I kind of want to be able to see all 3 of the sand dollars. And we'll run that through. All right. There we go. There's our inside piece embossed. Now I can't get rid of that because I need it. So we have that, and that is good to go, and this is good to go, and that's good to go. So now we got to do these front pieces. So I think what I did was I stamped them all and cut them and put them in. I think that's how I did it. I can't remember. I can't remember. So we're going to put, we're having the outside of our house painted. It was 101 without consider. Oh my gosh, Nadine. Are they painting in that heat, or do they do it early in the morning? Okay, so there's the die is inside the embossing folder, and you just move it around till it goes down into that track. So that's ready to go. This I'm going to stamp. Well, I only got that's really interesting. Oh, I didn't stamp them at all. Nope. I put color on with the blending brush. That's why it's here. Oh, we're used to it. Oh, those poor people. I can't imagine outside painting in that heat. Okay, so I want this. I want the 5 1/4 by 4. No, I want the bigger one. 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, because the 5 1/4 by 4 is not quite big enough. So I'm just going to, what's this piece? Probably just used my, okay, so this is in here. I'm going to make sure that the die cutting is going to be inside, and I just want to slide that paper over, oops, just a bit, because it wasn't covering the whole die there. In reality, you should use, the piece you should use for this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, because then that covers everything without having to make sure you're not missing anything. There, that's better. So I'm going to run this through now. Yours looks like that. Yours, what looks like what, Valerie? Hello, Valerie. Lovely to see you. Well, I can't see you. You can see me, sort of. Okay. Oh, your cutting plate. Ah, I caught on now. Okay, so when you die cut and emboss, this is what you get. This is what you get. See? They're cut and they're embossed at the same time. It is amazing. Now you can still use this piece if you want. I'm not going to. Okay, so now I'm going to get my stamping paper because I'm going to add. Oh my gosh, there's sirens. Every night we have sirens. I'm going to get my Petal Pink ink pad and we're going to add some color to our sand dollars. Now you can make this as dark as you want or as light as you want. Just remember when you're doing this, doesn't matter what color you're using. When you're doing this, as it dries, it gets a lot lighter. And Petal Pink gets really light. So that's why I'm kind of pushing a little bit harder on this than I did on that one because I want a little bit more color on it. And you can see how it's bringing out that embossed image just by flicking some color on there. If we waited till it was cool here, we'd be in October or November. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was 35 here today, which is what is 35 in Fahrenheit? 30, 60, 90, like 102 or something. So we were about the same temperature. Okay, so there's my 3 cut, embossed, and colored sand dollars. I'm going to put those off to the side. And now I have 3 pieces of silver foil and a strip. And I'm going to get the dies. So I'm going to want one of these dies and one of these dies. And then there's 3 of these, and I want 5 in total. So I'm going to cut a whole bunch. A whole bunch. Just going to use some Post-it notes just to hold these together so they don't move on their journey over to my machine. There. And then I'm going to cut more out of this one. Oops, I forgot to change my machine belt. Hang on. Okay, now we'll take this stuff over there and we'll run these through. And of course, they all move when I put them down on my machine. So this weekend is my last weekend of my staycation. My classes all start up again next week. I have my monthly club on Wednesday. And then we have the mega stamp camp happening. Oh, it's going to be back to business as usual. How am I going to go back to not having unlimited time in my craft? I think I'll just keep that in case I need for some more. So I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Hubby is not on the train this weekend, but he is helping. I don't know what he's doing something with the Heritage Society. I have no. He just goes. He comes home. He goes down. He does his thing. He comes home. And then has his little nap and gets dinner ready for us, which is very much appreciated by me because that means I don't have to stop what I'm doing in my craft room to make dinner. I did that for how many years? Well, the kids were growing up. I was the cook. And now that the kids are not home, Ted does the cooking. Valerie got her Seaside Wishes yesterday in that crappy sticky white bubble packaging in one of the, oh no, okay. Valerie, can you send me a message or an email and I will get that replaced for you? Just let me know exactly what it is that is broken. Yeah, those white sticky envelopes. I got 2 of them today. I got orders in a couple of those bubble wrap things, and they've actually listened to us that we're not impressed with them, and they wrapped my product in newspaper, like unprinted newspaper, you know, the raw stuff, before they put it in that bubble wrap thing. So it was nice because nothing stuck. But unfortunately, sometimes we do end up with product being not in pristine condition when it ends up at our house. And if that ever happens, if you're one of my customers and that ever happens where you get something and it's broken or bent or warped or where's the other? Oh, hello. Let me know and I will get the case replaced for you or whatever it is that's bent or warped. Because Stamping Up is very good about that. As long as you let them know within the 90 days, they will replace it. Okay, I'm going to cut some more seagrasses. I hope that's the end of my die cutting because that was my plate that just went flying across my room. Okay, Val, but I'm not going to remember by the time I'm done this, and I don't go back and reread the messages. So if you send me an email or a message, then I will remember to deal with it. Because, you know, I don't always remember things. Yeah. Hello, Renee. Oh, Renee got her pre-order stuff. Lucky you. Mine arrives tomorrow. I'm hoping. I'm afraid to check on it because I'm afraid it's going to say, oh, it's stuck in a non-UPS broker. I'm hoping it arrives tomorrow. Please complain. I sent an email the other day complaining about them. It bows the cardstock, crushed a glue dot box, and bowed in a stamp case. Yes, Connie, I always do. Whenever there's issues like that, I let them know. Because if they don't know, right? They can't fix it if they don't know it's broken. All right. Dies are all back. All the little pieces of Post-it tape are removed. So we have that. Oh, I haven't done the sentiment yet and haven't stamped the inside. Okay. Got our pieces. Get them all up here. Get my silicone mat so I can get some glue on these things. Now, these things are double-ended. So you can have pointy ends or you can have flowing ends. So I'm thinking I'm going to have some of each. I know I only used 5, but I can't remember which 5 I used. So I'm just going to put glue on all of them. I know they're trying different methods of shipping smaller orders. And I appreciate them trying things because we never know until we try whether something is going to work, right? I'm just putting dots of Tombow on the back of these things so I can glue them on. Because I don't put adhesive sheet on there because I don't want them laying flat. And good thing I put this on my silicone mat because I'm missing going right through the holes. Yes, I agree, Connie. But they are really good about replacing stuff that gets damaged in transit, but you do have to wait for it to come. Well, that's good, Valerie, that it came earlier than expected. I like that when that happens. Oh, I just flipped two of them over, which means I have glue everywhere now. Okay, so now the sentiment. So to do this sentiment thing, I am going to use basic gray, and I've got a 1/2 inch slice, and it's quite long. So I'm going to use a Post-it note, and I'm going to block off half of it. So I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp "Made My Day," then I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to stamp "You" over top of. So you can't, because this is see-through, I don't have to ink up the whole thing, but it does ink up the bottom of the Y. Now there's different ways to do this, so you don't have ink on there. And this is just the way I found is easier. So I've cleaned that now. And I'm going to stamp on here, "Made My Day." And then take this, put it over there so I can just see where that M is. Get my cleaner. Hang on. Okay. Make sure that's nice and clean. And now I'm going to ink up the U. And then I can put that right there, like that. And now we have a shorter sentiment than what the stamp is. I love that. Versatility. Love it. Okay, inside, let's stamp the sand dollar first on the inside piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. Make sure I got the right piece. And I'm going to use Smoky Slate. Hello. And we're going to put a sand dollar in the corner, like that. And on the envelope. Now, tell me in the comments, should I put basic gray starfish on here, or should I use petal pink? Tell me which color you think I should use. And while you're deciding that, I will, let me show you the card. Now, some of you saw this card on Monday. So this is the card that Nadine sent me. Joan says pink. This is the card Nadine sent me, and she sent me all the components to make it, except for the stamp. I had to choose my own. And she said, she challenged me to add a Glenda twist to it. So there's the original one. And here's the one that I created using exactly the same stuff. So I added a piece of basic white in behind the die cut, and I embossed that with the distressed brick embossing folder. Then I put it on top and I fussy cut all the way around it. And Nadine put her piece of designer paper on the front on dimensionals. And she did a hot dog card. I did a hamburger card. And I tucked mine underneath the corner there. And she has her bow down here. I put my bow up there. And then there's the sentiment. And I used the 3 dots that she sent me, and then she cut me out 3 little tiny flowers, and I used them on the inside. So there's her inside. So Nadine, I did the challenge. Yay. Okay, we have pink, 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 and Holly says gray. Oh, Holly, I think you are voted out. I'm sorry. I'm going to put pink. Cuz why not? And I didn't put dots on here, but I got the stamp so that if we wanted to put some dots, we could. So maybe I'll add a few gray dots in there. There we go. Now, if I get Smoky Slate, Valerie says, yay, I'm with the winning team for a change. Way to go, Val. Oh, Nadine, I need so many things. Oh. I'm trying to figure out what to do for my Christmas class in November. There we go. There's the envelope. And I stamped those off before. This is Smoky Slate I'm using here. So I'm doing the Season of Green and Gold. I'm doing the sled. I'm making tags with the sled. And then the Creative Escape is going to use a new tree one. And there's the inside. But I don't know what to do for November. The Creative Escape is also going to use a few other things other than the new, what is it called? What's that? What's it called, ladies? I can't show you, but I can tell you. It's on page 23, 24. Season or Peaceful Evergreens and the Encircled in Nature dies. And those are going to be for the escape. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Wendy. Oh, no chat. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's put this thing together. Oh, I didn't get my adhesive out. Let's put the inside one in, then it's out of the way. So if you guys watching have a preference of what you would like me to do for the Christmas cards for November, let me know. Comment or send me a message or send me an email or something. Let me know what you think we should do for Christmas cards. Now, a lot of you are demonstrators, so you've seen the new catalog, so you could choose stuff out of the new catalog too. All right, so on the front, we are going to put adhesive. Now, how can there? I'll do it this way so you'll be able to see it right here and right here, and then there and there. And I know I don't usually put it on the piece that's bigger, but it's just easier. This is just easier putting it on here so I know where the adhesive is. And then this is going to go, sorry, but this has to be closed so I can get it centered here. And I'm going to center it on the front, and then it's going to stick only to the center. Like that. See, there's the first part of this thing. And then we're going to put this one. This is the dotted circles embossing folder done. Nobody's got any ideas of what I could do for Christmas cards? Maybe I won't have a Christmas class in November. That would solve that problem, wouldn't it? I could use the Merriest Trees from last year because it's still current. Okay, so there's the front. So it's got 5 1/8, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 piece layered on just the center, and then the 5 1/4 by 4 embossed piece on top of that. Now I'm going to open this, and this piece is going to go on here like this. Now this is 5 1/4 by 4. So to do this, I'm going to put adhesive on the outside of each side like this. And then on the inside of each of these flaps, but not right up to the top, because remember, this is only 5 1/4 by 4. So you don't want it to the top and you don't want it to the bottom. Then this is going to just make sure that when you have your flaps closed, they're straight, because sometimes they have a tendency to curve in like this. Renee says reindeer days. Yeah, that is a possibility. Okay, so I've got one on. Now I'm not going to put the other one down till I make sure that it's down straight too, because you don't want to get this kitty wampus and then your card's not going to close properly. There we go. Now, I didn't do it on this one, but I think I'm going to take a little bit of Petal Pink ink. Oh, it's getting warm in here. Oof, might have to go put my fan on. I'm going to take a little bit of Petal Pink ink and just go lightly over the top. I don't want to get too much. Oh yeah, I didn't get any at all. That was, there we go. Getting a little bit of color on the center of these. And one more, just add a little bit of something. So it's not all monochromatic like the original one. So there's nothing stopping you when you make a card from making the second one different. Hello, Marie. Marie says use the trees and the deer on the 2 foxes with a Christmas tree behind. Okay, what set are you talking, Marie? Holly says Christmas friend. I got to put my fan on. Hang on, people. Hang on. Ooh. Goodness gracious, it's getting warm in here. Too much hot air coming out of me. Oh, Holly says Christmas friends. Okay, so now I have this die cut, and we're going to plop that up there. And I'm not going to push it down all the way yet because I want it to, I want to be able to move it. And remember, when you put these down, now, did I put those on dimensionals? Hang on, let me look. No, no dimensionals. Oh, this one is dimensionals. That one is flat. These have dimensionals. I always put a dimensional in the middle now because I don't like the way the centers flatten out. I like to have my starfish with a bit of a bump in the middle. So we'll do that. And then adhesive. Put a little bit of adhesive around the outside. Just getting my little garbage can here. Says the person that is always cold. I know, right? Today I haven't been cold. I think it's because I was outside doing stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one is going to go right about here. And I'm just going to press the center down. I don't want to press around the outside yet because I have to put those grasses in behind. So we have, this one is, you guys probably can't see that because I've got it way out of. This one is curved this way, but that's a really long one. So let's try, we'll just slide this one underneath here, like that. And these all have glue on them, so I'm just pushing it down now. I'm going to get this one curves the other way, so we're just going to plop that one in underneath there, like that. Okay, now those can get pushed down. And then this one, I'll just slide in there. And that one over there like that. And then, oh, I put adhesive on the side that was, it's not done perfectly, so I'm going to just switch that and use the other side. They're angled in the same direction on both sides. So there we go. And by leaving that dimensional in the middle, you see it's not flat. Marie says the new set in the mini, two foxes sleeping together, could have a sparkly tree behind them or have sparkly trees with the deer in the front. Can't remember what the stamps are called. Oh, I remember seeing that one. That's pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to put the little one in, and I'm only going to put adhesive on this side because the other side is going to be up on dimensionals. So by doing this and then just plunking that there, now I'll get, as soon as I find what I did with my dimensionals, because you know they ran away. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals under the outer edges of this. There we go. Now this goes on right about there-ish. And we have one more sand dollar that's going to go right there. So adhesive on this side. Take the liner off of my center one. Put that on like that. Oh, should have put it over further. There we go. Okay. And pop a couple of dimensionals underneath that outer edge. So do you see how this card came together? It comes together really quickly once you have all of your pieces. And I think this would make a really pretty wedding card. If you know anybody who's getting married in like Tofino or someplace that is oceany, it would be a perfect wedding card. Now, we're going to take my scissors and I'm going to chop that off there. And this one, I angled the edge. I think I'll flag this one about there. Just put a little flag in there. Oh, Valerie. Should show you what I did with, Valerie gave me this. Valerie gave me this cute little garbage can that she found to put on my table. And I just decided to put some of my blending brushes in it instead. So thanks, Val. I am using it. Okay, this is going to go on here like this, and it's going to go flat with one dimensional on the very far end. Here I am nattering away. So that's making a card. Wendy says you could have cut them in half because only short pieces showing. Yes, you're right. I could have, Wendy. Wendy said I could have cut the grasses in half. But you know, I didn't think of that. Oh, I took the thing off of that. Hello. Now is that straight? Oh my gosh, I got it straight. There we go. Now I just have to finish it off with some of those amazing flat pearls because They are pretty, and they're iridescent, and they got pinks and green tones in them. And I love them. I love them the minute, oh, these two are having babies. I love these things the minute they came out, and I haven't stopped using them since. And I am so glad that they didn't take them away from us because they go really good with so many cards. Thanks, Connie. Now, I haven't put Wink Costello on here yet. Christmas friends are fun, says Wendy. Yes, they can be. Holly says, Marie, do you mean the Embraced with Love set on page 60? Okay, I can't show you guys that because I'm not allowed to show anything on the inside of the catalog until the catalog goes live to customers, which is September the, I don't know, 4th or something. So I can only show you the outside of the catalog, which I can do. I can show you, oh, I'm just going to take my list of things off of cards I want to make. So this is the new catalog. Starts September. I'm not allowed to, oh, I can show you the cover, the back cover. Starts the 4th of September and runs till the 6th of January. I am enjoying this catalog. There's a lot of cute stamp sets. There's a lot of traditional stamp sets. There is amazing papers, some gorgeous embellishments. And there's some in there, they're called Drusy, Drusy. And I didn't know what the word Drusy meant. I had to look it up, and it all has to do with rocks. How rocks are shaped, and I don't know, they're sticking out pieces. Anyways, they're coming in my order tomorrow. So if I get my order tomorrow, then I will be able to show you what I mean, because I read a couple of demonstrators got their orders the past couple of days, and they say Patty Bennett was one that says they are stunning. Okay, I was going to look up that Embraced with Love on page 60. Just hang on. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, it has two little foxes that are embracing, and it has a bear and a bunny rabbit sitting together, and it has two kangaroos. And it says, feel better soon. We're better together. Spending time with you is such a joy and missing you. So there's some really cool stuff in there. Yeah, many demos had to use that, had to look up that word. I bet, Nadine. Valerie says, cute houses. You won't have to cut your DSP. That's right. This is a punch. So there's a stamp set. This is a stamp set. And there's a punch that goes with it. Pretty cool, eh? Maybe we should do houses in November. Maybe we should do these houses in November. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm waiting to see what people do with these things and what catches my eye. So there we go. Don't tell you that. So, crystals or quartz? Yeah. Let me just put it here so I can. Druzy quartz is a semi-precious gemstone usually found in earth tones but available in any color. Types of druzy: malachite, garnet, rainbow, pyrite, hematite, to name a few. Quartz alone is extremely versatile. So it's got something to do with, druzy can form from various minerals, but quartz is most common, making up 95%. So it's got something to do with quartz. So I'm doing a paper share. I'm doing a ribbon share. I hadn't thought about doing an embellishment share, but if somebody wants an embellishment share, let me know. Um, the if you click on, I can't take I can't take money for the paper shares yet, but you can register for them and then pay the week before the catalog goes live. So there's going to be, let me just flip you around here. There's going to be um, 10 designer papers and specialty papers. So you get 78 sheets and 9 yards of ribbon and trim, or 9 ribbons and trim. So you're going to get 18 yards. $60 for the paper share, $25 for the ribbon share, $85. You want them both. And if you get them both, and I'm going to throw in a package of embellishments for free on that. So you get, I know this doesn't mean anything if you haven't got your catalog, and I can't show you pictures of them until I get them, and they should be in tomorrow. Now, let me just go in here and check. While I have you, let me see if it looks like they're coming tomorrow or if it's going to be Monday. I hate it when it could come on Friday and then we have like the whole, it doesn't make it, and then we'll have to wait an extra 2 days. Okay, they arrived in Richmond, but they have not gone through customs yet. So there is a possibility that my order won't arrive tomorrow. But if it does, then I'm going to go live and I'm going to show you all of these beautiful products. And don't forget, the designer paper share from the annual catalog is on right now too. Hi, Norma. Oh, Norma says, pick me, pick me. Paper share, ribbon share, or both, Norma. I'm just going to write on the back here. If I find my pencil. Shares. Paper. Ribbon. And both. So 85, 25, and 60. And free embellishment. Okay, so Norma wants it all plus embellishments if I do it. So I guess I will be doing an embellishment share too. So let me know if you are interested in that. I can order everything on the 4th of September, so you'll get it mid-September-ish. So if you're over there in Powell River and you want the share, then I should get them in time to bring them over with me when I come over to do the class on the 22nd. That would save you on postage. All right. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And if I'm not live tomorrow night, I'll be live Monday. What am I doing Monday? Let's see. Oh, Sophisticated Sled next week. Ooh, I'm going to start Christmas stuff. Yay. So if I don't see you tomorrow night, have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you. Yes, hit those emojis if you are enjoying my video. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It always confuses me where that subscribe button is. It's right there, right there. Hit the big red subscribe button. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tomorrow night. And if I will see you Monday night at 7:30 p.m. for a Sophisticated Sled Christmas card. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.